Hey Google. Hey Google. Play me the news.
Here's the latest news.
From Reuters TV, U.S. at 8:47 a.m. today. Here are your top stories, brought to you by Fidelity Wealth Management.
Okay, so time's up.
You were
And this is
I
finished.
didn't play even 2 games.
Toby, I told you.
I didn't play even 2 games.
Nearly half a million
Toby,
Americans have
Until I
contracted
Finish when this
coronavirus
is over.
in the past week alone. That's according to a Reuters tally, and comes as cases and hospitalizations surge to new records in hotspots across the Midwest. The tally shows that 5,600 Americans died from the virus in the past week, with hospitalizations shooting up by 13%. But despite the resurgence of the virus across the country, U.S. President Donald Trump defended his administration's response to the pandemic on Tuesday, while conceding there would likely be no COVID relief deal until after the election next week. States like Colorado and Illinois have walked back their reopening plans as they try to stop the virus. Health experts believe the virus is surging because of colder temperatures keeping people inside, private social gatherings, and fatigue with COVID-19 precautions. And as outbreaks worsen in hotly contested battleground states like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, where Trump campaigned on Tuesday, the pandemic is likely to remain at the forefront of Americans' minds ahead of Election Day.
Trailing in national opinion polls, President Donald Trump once again went on the attack Tuesday, questioning the U.S. voting process. Just before setting off to host rallies in 3 states, Trump told reporters it would be inappropriate to take extra time to count the tens of millions of ballots cast by mail in his race against Democrat Joe Biden. Experts say it could take days or weeks to tally millions of mail-in ballots, meaning a winner might not be declared the night of November 3rd, when polls close. Trump has repeatedly, without evidence, suggested that an increase in mail-in voting will lead to an increase in fraud, though election experts say that is rare in U.S. elections. Trump then set off for Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nebraska, beginning in Lansing, where he mocked former President Barack Obama's earlier stump speech Tuesday. Obama was back on the campaign trail in Orlando, Florida, and pulled no punches. Meanwhile, Biden headed to traditional Republican territory, visiting Georgia, which has not supported a Democrat in a U.S. presidential election since 1992. Voters also heard from First Lady Melania Trump in Pennsylvania. Democrats are voting early in greater numbers than Republicans this year, but some states do not allow officials to even begin counting ballots until the polls close on Election Day. More than 68.5 million votes have been cast so far, approaching half the total 2016 votes.
Researchers from the Harvard School of Public Health said Tuesday that the transmission risks of COVID-19 during airline flights are very low when using face coverings and taking other steps, even lower than other routine activities during the pandemic, such as grocery shopping or going out to dinner. The report, which is funded by Airlines for America, a trade group representing American Airlines, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, and others, comes as U.S. airlines continue to lose billions of dollars a month as passenger demand remains down 65% year on year. It found after airlines mandated masks, boosted cleaning procedures, and revised boarding procedures, and with millions of passenger hours flown, there's been little evidence to date of onboard disease transmission. The report noted commercial passenger aircraft are equipped with ventilation systems that refresh cabin air on average every 2 to 3 minutes and remove more than 99% of particles of the size that cause COVID. The study echoes a US Defense Department study released earlier this month that also found the risk of exposure to the coronavirus on flights is very low.
The US airstrike launched to support Afghan security forces that killed 5 Taliban fighters. The spokesman for US forces there said it happened in central Afghanistan on Sunday evening. Violence has escalated in recent weeks, with clashes between insurgents and government troops across the country. Negotiators from both sides held talks in Qatar for a peace deal,
Okay, is everyone finishing now?
Until I finish.
And America's longest war.
Don't start another one, okay?
Undermining the trust needed for talks in Qatar to succeed. Qatar has so far rejected repeated calls for a ceasefire by foreign powers and the Afghan government.
Those were your top stories for today, brought to you by Fidelity Wealth Management. From CNN News Briefing at 9:29 p.m. yesterday.
Good evening, this is your CNN News Briefing for Tuesday, October 27th. A federal judge denied the Justice Department's effort to intervene in a defamation lawsuit against President Donald Trump. The suit was filed by longtime magazine columnist E. Jean Carroll, who alleged Trump raped her. Trump
They
denied
don't not the
Carroll's
news I'm
allegations.
recording now.
The DOJ sought
Not
to
the news I'm
intervene in the case
recording,
and
Beto.
substitute itself as defendant in the lawsuit, which could have hindered the proceedings since the federal government can't be sued for defamation. The ruling paves the way for the case policies of President Trump as the defendant.
Cool. Did you have any drink this morning?